profiles are the better way instead of presets in Lightroom Classic. You will definitely stumble upon Lightroom presets if you are working a time inside Lightroom and looking for a special look of your images. And the internet is full of Lightroom presets. The bad thing about presets is that they are just saving slider positions of the develop model, and so that's nothing you can't do by your own, but yeah, they are cool to have a starting point. I want to demonstrate to you right now a better way, a more individual way, and that's to work with profiles. And Lightroom has a profile browser, and inside this profile browser you can load external information, 3D lookup tables, on how your images and the colors of your images are interpreted. And now I want to show you where you find it and what's the difference between profiles and presets. So let's get started. Now I'm in the develop module, and you see on the left side you have your develop presets. And if I go there, for example style, I have a few black and white styles, and yeah, they are looking quite okay. But if you're pressing on black and white 01, you see that your basic settings have been changed. So I will reset this image. So that's my standard settings. And now I go to black and white, and you see, okay, the treatment isn't color, that's for sure, it's black and white. The whites are down, the blacks are up. And if I go down, you see here you have your black and white treatment, how the black and white colors are mixed. Maybe in the tone curves, yeah, here you see you have a change to your tone curve. And if you go down, you see all of these aspects, or a few of them, are saved inside the preset. And if you download a preset from the internet and go here and import a preset, there's nothing else than the slider positions that get saved from another person and get imported inside Lightroom. But there's a better way, in my opinion. I reset everything, and now I go here to the profile selection, and I can press on it and go to browse, or another way is just press on these 4 icons over here. And now I'm inside the profile browser. And the profile browser stores a few profiles. For example, here are black and white profiles, and you can go over them and just say, okay, I want to use the black and white 04. I close this. And when I now go inside the develop module and see if there are some changes, you see everything is neutral. So you can start with a neutral point and just work with the sliders as you know them or as you love them. And the really great thing is that all this information of this preset are stored or also created outside Lightroom in an XML file, and you can also load or even create your own profiles. So if you go here, you will see I have an MD Ilford pack, preset pack, and there I have some Ilford film emulations directly inside Lightroom and directly inside the develop model and inside the raw workflow. So all these settings for the Ilford HP5 Plus 400 are saved inside these profiles. And all other settings, I will reset them because this was from before, are just the starting point, the neutral starting point. So I can also go in and just lift up the shadows a little bit, maybe also the blacks, or go even down with the blacks. The tone curve is neutral and everything else as well. And I can go in right now and just put on a little bit of grain, so I have a more the feeling of an analog Ilford HP5 Plus 400. And as mentioned before, the profiles are created outside of Lightroom. You can create profiles inside of Photoshop, so you need to create 3D LUTs, or also in another program like 3D LUT Creator. That's the program or the application I'm using for creating my profiles. But on the other hand, you can also install profiles. So for this, you go to the File menu and go to Import Develop Profiles and Presets. And here I have on my desktop all my profiles, and now I want to import my MD Fuji AS Lightroom profiles. So I have to import these XMP files, import them, and now they're here. And when I go to the images, let's say I want to have all of my images, really all of my images in my special profiles, I can select all of them, just go to the develop module. I will start with a neutral image like this one over here. Then I can go to the profile browser, and here see I have the MD Fuji AS profiles, and the Fuji Classic Chrome is one of my, I would say my standard profiles I use on all of my images. So I can also save them as favorites right now. So that's my favorite, and these images or these profiles I don't want to have, and also this one. And then I also want to have the Ilford HP 5 Plus 400, exactly, for faster access. So I can just go here in and see that's my presets. But as mentioned before, now I have on all of these images my profile applied, and I just can go in and say, okay, I want to work on my first selection, for example, and I just want to work on this image. Just go to the develop model, and let's say I want to have a little bit less of highlights. The darks could be, or the shadows could be a little bit higher, a little bit more exposure, then less of the highlights. And so I have my profile applied and just can work with the basic develop settings over here. And if you want to have these profiles as well, you can go to my German website. So I don't have them on my English website right now. Here over shop, MD looks, and there are the look packs. And for example, you can go to the Moody Travel Pack number 4. That's a really nice pack I created with some moody colors in there. Here I have a video how to install it, and there I see the before and the after, and here as well. And if you download this pack, then you can go back inside Lightroom, go to File, Import, Develop, Profile and Presets. Then I have here the Moody Travel Pack, that's over here. Just select all of these XMPs, import them, and now you can go to Lightroom, go to the Profile Browser, and inside the Profile Browser you see the MD Moody Travel Pack, and then you can go over and just see which of these images you really like, or which of these profiles you really like. I'm a favorite, or one of my favorites is Ilford, so I just will apply this profile to my image, and now I have a custom look on this image, or on all of the images I use the profile with, and so my style and my images get recognized easily. So you don't have to install and buy the profiles from my website. It's just for your mindset. So you know you can create stuff outside of Lightroom and import them as profiles inside of Lightroom. And there you can work as a neutral starting point and just work with the sliders after that. If you want to, I can demonstrate how to create profiles, because that's a little bit an advanced workflow, definitely advanced workflow, but it's cool that you have your own presets and all your images are looking like you want to have to look them, and not as software. Because Lightroom, with the presets, you just have as much sliders as Lightroom has, and the possibilities are not endless. If you work outside Lightroom and work with another tool, for example, you can create your profiles inside Photoshop, or as mentioned before, I use 3D LUT Creator, or you can even use DaVinci Resolve to create profiles or lookup tables, and then you can create profiles out of the lookup tables, and then you can import the profiles back to Lightroom, and from this time on, or from this point in time, all your looks are exactly as you like them and not as the software dictates them to you. So it's a switch of a mindset thing, but it's a really big switch, and I would definitely recommend that you try this. If you like this video, give me a like. If you want to see the workflow, just comment below in the comments of YouTube. And if you want to subscribe, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you would never miss a new video. Okay, that's all for today, and I will see you in the next one. See you!